Welcome back. We left off as Jesus redefined worship for the Samaritan woman, telling her that true worshippers worship the Father in spirit and in truth. As the woman is processing this, she expresses her hope in the future, saying, I know that Messiah is coming. When he comes, he will tell us all things. Jesus then does something he rarely did so openly. He reveals his identity directly. He says to her, I who speak to you am he. Just at that moment, the disciples return and are shocked to see Jesus talking with a Samaritan woman. Overcome with excitement, the woman leaves her water jar, a powerful symbol of leaving behind the old ways of trying to quench her spiritual thirst, and runs to her town. She tells the people, Come, see a man who told me all that I ever did. Can this be the Christ? While the townspeople are making their way to the well, the disciples urge Jesus to eat. But Jesus again turns the physical into a spiritual lesson. He tells them, My food is to do the will of him who sent me and to accomplish his work. He's explaining that there is a deeper satisfaction, a supernatural fulfillment that comes from doing God's will, which is far greater than satisfying physical hunger. Jesus then points to the approaching crowd and uses a farming metaphor. He says, Look, I tell you, lift up your eyes and see that the fields are white for harvest. While there is a season for planting and waiting, this moment was different. The people of this town were ready to hear and believe. He was teaching his disciples about spiritual timing and readiness. What happens next is truly astounding. We're told that many of the Samaritans believed in Jesus because of the woman's testimony. Her witness was the catalyst that brought people to Jesus. But their faith didn't stop there. They asked Jesus to stay with them, and he did, for 2 days. After that time, many more believed, but for a different reason. They told the woman, It is no longer because of what you said that we believe, for we have heard for ourselves, and we know that this is indeed the Savior of the world. This is incredible. John doesn't record a single miracle happening in this town. These people, unlike many of the Jews who constantly demanded signs, simply took Jesus at his word. Jesus himself would later say, Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. These Samaritans demonstrated that blessed faith. They honored God by simply believing what he said. And even more amazing, these half-breed Samaritans understood something that even Jesus' own disciples would struggle with for years. That he wasn't just the Messiah for the Jews, but truly the Savior of the world. The story of the Samaritan town provides a powerful model of faith. It begins with one person's testimony, which leads to others to seek Jesus for themselves. But true, lasting faith comes from a personal encounter with the words of Christ. It's a faith that doesn't need to see signs and wonders, but honors God by trusting what he says is true.